Imagine a mother loses her children, not in some abstract way, not as some thought experiment that feels clean and easy to judge. I mean, really loses them. Their rooms are still there, their clothes are still folded, their toys are still in the house, but they're gone. And then one day, someone offers her a way back, a simulated world where her children are alive again. She can hear them laugh, she can hold them, she can watch them grow up, she can sit with them at dinner, hear their voices, ask them about their day, and spend the rest of her life with them. There is one condition: none of it is real. And once she enters, she never leaves. So the question is simple: would you live in a lie if it made you happy? At first, this doesn't even feel like a fair question. It feels cruel to say no, because if someone is in that much pain, who are we to tell them truth matters more than comfort? Maybe the real world has already taken too much from them. Maybe the fake world is not weakness, maybe it's mercy. And this is why the question is so difficult. Because when people talk about living in a fake world, they usually imagine something shallow. Unlimited money, perfect weather, perfect relationship, no failure, no pain. But the question becomes much harder when the fake world gives you back something you actually lost. Someone you loved. Someone you would do almost anything to see again. This is the same basic idea behind The Matrix, or Nozick's experience machine, where you could plug into a machine and experience whatever life you wanted. From the inside, everything would feel real. You wouldn't know you were lying in a pod somewhere. You wouldn't feel the wires, you wouldn't feel the machine. You would just feel love, peace, meaning, happiness. So if the happiness feels real, does it matter if the world causing it is fake? That's the first version of the question: truth or happiness? Would you rather suffer in reality or be comforted by a beautiful lie? Honestly, I don't think the answer is as obvious as people pretend, because the truth is not always healing. Sometimes it destroys people. Sometimes reality does not make you stronger, it just leaves you with something you can't carry. So if someone chose the fake world, especially after grief or trauma, I don't think I could look at them and say they were simply wrong. Maybe some people don't need deeper truth. Maybe they just need relief. Maybe they just need one more conversation. Maybe they just need to hear the voice of someone they lost. And if experience feels real from the inside, maybe that is enough. Because from their perspective, they are not just choosing a machine. They are choosing a life where the pain stops. They are choosing to wake up in a world where the people they love are still there. And for someone who has lost everything, that might not feel like escape. It might feel like survival. But this is where the question starts to get darker. Because what exactly are they getting back? If the mother enters that simulated world and sees her children again, are those really her children? Or are they just reflections of what she needs them to be? Because a real child is not just something that makes parents happy. A real child has an inner world. They have thoughts you don't know, ears they don't tell you, dreams you didn't choose for them, parts of themselves that will always remain private, and that is part of what makes them real. They can surprise you, they can resist you, they can disappoint you, they can become someone you never expected, they can grow away from you, and as painful as that can be, it is also a part of love. Because part of loving someone is that they are not you. They are not just a character inside your emotional life. They are not just there to complete your story. They are their own person with their own center of experience. But in a fake world designed around your happiness, what happens to that independence? If the simulation exists to keep the mother happy, then the children inside the world can't fully become themselves. They have to become what keeps the illusion alive. They have to say the right things, grow in the right way, comfort her in the right moments, stay close enough that she never feels the full weight of the loss again. And at that point, maybe the real problem is not just the world is fake. Maybe the real problem is that the people are. Because if everyone in that world exists to satisfy your emotional needs, are you really with other people? Or are you alone inside a mirror? That's what makes this question more disturbing than just would you choose truth or happiness? Because the fake world might not just lie to you about reality. It might change what love is. Love is not just comfort. Love is not just hearing the words you wanted to hear. Love is not just being surrounded by people who make you feel safe. Love is contact with something outside yourself, someone who's not fully controllable, not fully predictable, not fully yours. That's why being loved matters, because someone else chooses you, not because the world was programmed to give you that feeling. A real person can say no. A real person can leave. A real person can misunderstand you. A real person can hurt you without meaning to. And that sounds terrible, but it's also what makes their love meaningful, because it wasn't guaranteed, it was given. This connects to another problem with the fake happy life. If happiness is simply handed to you, does it still mean the same thing? Winning feels good because you could have lost. Achievement matters because you had to struggle. Being loved matters because someone freely chose to love you. Even small, beautiful moments feel meaningful because they are fragile. A sunset matters partly because it disappears. A conversation matters because it might not happen again. A life matters because it can be lost. Now, I don't want to make the mistake of saying suffering is automatically good. Some suffering is pointless. Some pain doesn't teach you anything. It just breaks you. Losing someone you love is not secretly beautiful because it hurts. Some things are just awful. So the point is not that we should worship suffering or pretend hardship always has meaning. The point is more subtle than that. A life where nothing can resist you, nothing can surprise you, nothing can truly be lost, and nothing can exist outside your desire, might struggle to feel meaningful at all. Because if the world bends perfectly around you, then every victory becomes suspicious. Every relationship becomes suspicious. Every moment of happiness becomes suspicious. Did this happen because it was real? Or did it happen because the machine knew I needed it? And once you notice that, the fake world starts to crack. The hug may still feel warm. The voices may still sound the same. The house may look like a home. But underneath it all, there is this question you never fully escape. Is anyone actually here with me? Or am I just being comforted by a perfect reflection of my own need? That might be the loneliest part of the whole thing. A fake world could surround you with people and still leave you completely alone. Because they are not meeting you from the outside. They are coming from the system, from your desire, from whatever version of them keeps you happy. And that turns the whole idea upside down. At first, the fake world looks like love. No more grief, no more absence, no more pain. But maybe it is not love. Maybe it is loneliness disguised as love. A mirror that keeps smiling back. And yet, even after all of that, I don't think the answer is simple, because if someone was drowning in grief and the fake world was the only thing that gave them peace, I don't know if I could tell them to reject it. Maybe reality is not always noble. Maybe truth is not always enough. Maybe there are forms of pain where a beautiful lie really does feel like mercy. But I think the question is not only whether happiness is real inside your mind. The question is what that happiness is connected to. Is it connected to truth? To people who exist outside you? To love that was freely given? To a world that can resist you? Or is it connected to a machine that gives you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it, forever? Maybe the reason we choose reality is not because reality is always making us happy. Reality often doesn't. Reality hurts. It takes things away. It gives no guarantee that your life will unfold the way you hope. But maybe reality is not the only place where love can exist outside your own imagination. Maybe it is the only place where another person can truly be other. Not a reflection, not a comfort, not a script, but someone real. Someone separate from you. Someone could have chosen anything and somehow for a moment chose you. So I don't think the real question is just, would you live in a lie if it made you happy? The deeper question is, if a simulated world could make you happy forever, but everyone inside it existed to satisfy your emotional needs, would you still call that love? And would your answer change if it brought back someone you lost?